have breaking news for you right now. President Trump saying he is heading into the Situation Room for a meeting on this potential Iran deal. I'm going to read the post to you here, so bear with me. He says Iran must agree that they will never have a nuclear weapon or bomb. The Hormuz Strait must be immediately open. No tolls for unrestricted shipping traffic in both directions. All water mines, bombs, if any, will be terminated. We have removed, through detonation, numerous such mines with our great underwater mine sweepers. Iran will complete the immediate removal and/or detonation of any mines that are left, which will not be many. Ships caught in the strait due to our amazing and unprecedented naval blockade, which will now be lifted, may start the process of heading home. Say hello to your wives, husbands, parents, and families from me, your favorite president. The enriched material, sometimes referred to as nuclear dust, which is buried deep underground with virtually collapsed mountains caused by our powerful B-2 bomber attack 11 months ago, sitting on top of it, will be unearthed by the United States, which, it is agreed, is the only country, along with China, with the mechanical capability of doing so, in close coordination and conjunction with the Islamic Republic of Iran, plus the International Atomic Energy Agency, and destroyed. No money will be exchanged until further notice. Other items of far less importance have been agreed to. I will be meeting now in the Situation Room to make a final determination. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Interesting, because it's rare, Martha, that a president would announce going into the Situation Room to just have a discussion, but this president is keeping everybody up to speed at all times on all things. And so going into the Situation Room to, I guess, assess whether Iran is serious about any of these things. Iran, of course, said that it has red lines as well, and one of them was on the nuclear material issue.
So it is interesting. He's sending a number of signals here about where they are, or where he is really in all of this. And the things that he lays out, they can never have a nuclear weapon or bomb. So that line in and of itself, I think Iran will say, well, we never wanted one. We are obviously enriching to the levels that the only thing you can do with that kind of enrichment is to build a bomb. But they may say, yes, we'll agree to that because we never wanted one, even though we see that all their activities and behavior is completely to the contrary. The Hormuz Strait must be immediately open. No tolls for unrestricted shipping traffic in both directions. We know that Iran in these negotiations has been pushing to basically be the person the entity that organizes the traffic. And as Jack Keane, the General Jack Keane has said, that is control. If you're in charge of organizing who goes through and who comes out, that is control. And the president is saying that he will not agree to that. It doesn't sound like they're any closer to any agreement. And as you point out, Dana, he's in the Situation Room.
Yeah, I mean, this is a decision you could make in the Oval Office.
It is.
You could make it anywhere. But he also said something in his Truth Social post that we haven't heard him talk a lot about. But there's a big piece in the New York Times today and on the Daily about the innocent people who are workers who have been trapped on these cargo ships. And they haven't been able to go home to their families for months. And they are the breadwinners for their families. And that's why when President Trump says, you will now be able to head home, kiss your wives, your son, your children, and you'll be able to at least get home. Can you imagine being stuck there? They're running out of food and medicine, and President Trump talked about that also being a humanitarian situation that the United States would try to solve.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be interesting if this goes through and we lift our blockade and everyone can leave this area. How do you determine whether or not oil tankers from Iran are also getting out in that opening of the blockade? We're going to learn more today,
and if
obviously.
the insurers will say, okay,
yes,
we feel comfortable that you can move the ship, because the other thing President Trump emphasizes in there is the mines that are there, the bombs that need to be detonated. We've done some, but he's saying, Iran, you have a role to play here as well. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.